I still keep my phone on loud at night, even though no one calls me anymore. Some nights I stare at the ceiling and wonder how I became this quiet version of myself. There are things that hurt more than being yelled at. Being forgotten is one of them. I am 72 years old now. My hands shake a little when I hold a cup, and my knees ache when the weather changes. I live alone in a small house in Ohio, the same house where I raised my children. It's clean, but it feels hollow. The rooms echo in a way they never used to. I wasn't always alone. I had 2 kids. A son, Michael, and a daughter, Laura. I gave them everything I had. Not just food and clothes, but time. I worked part-time at a grocery store, and still made sure dinner was on the table. I went to school plays, dentist appointments, late-night talks when they couldn't sleep. I remember sitting on the edge of Michael's bed when he was 9, rubbing his back while he cried because a friend stopped talking to him. I told him, "I'm always here." I meant it. After my husband passed away 15 years ago, the kids became my whole world. I thought we leaned on each other. I thought we were close. Maybe I needed that to be true. When Michael got married, I tried hard not to be that mother-in-law. I stayed quiet. I didn't offer advice unless asked. I smiled even when I felt pushed aside. His wife, Emily, was polite but distant. Not cruel. Just closed. At first, they called often. Then less. Then mostly on holidays. Laura moved to another state and built her own life. I understood that. I really did. Children grow up. That's the way it's supposed to go. What I didn't expect was how invisible I would become. It started small. Missed calls that never got returned. Text messages answered days later with short replies. Busy. We'll call later. Later never came. One winter, I slipped on the front steps and twisted my ankle badly. I sat on the cold concrete for almost 10 minutes before a neighbor heard me and helped me inside. That night, I called Michael. It went to voicemail. I left a message, trying not to sound dramatic. I didn't hear back until 3 days later. He said, "Oh, I didn't know it was that bad." I told him it was fine. I always told him it was fine. As the years passed, I felt like I had to earn space in their lives. I'd wait before calling, afraid of interrupting. I'd rehearse what I was going to say so I wouldn't sound needy. Imagine being afraid to talk to your own children. The worst part wasn't the silence. It was the moments when I realized they were living full lives without even thinking of me. One afternoon, I found out from Facebook that Michael's family had moved. New house. New town. I stared at the pictures for a long time. I didn't know the address. I didn't even know they were planning to move. That night, I cried at my kitchen table with the lights off. I asked myself over and over, what did I do wrong? I replayed every conversation in my head. Every time I might have said too much. Or not enough. Every moment I tried to be helpful and maybe came across as a burden. Last year, my birthday came and went without a single call. Not from Michael. Not from Laura. I told myself they forgot. People forget things. It happens. But forgetting a mother, that leaves a mark. A week later, a card arrived in the mail. No message inside. Just signatures. I sat there holding it, feeling foolish for how much I had hoped for more. I didn't confront them. I didn't accuse. I didn't cry on the phone. I stayed quiet because I didn't want to push them further away. Silence became my way of loving them. Then something happened that finally broke me. I was diagnosed with early heart failure. The doctor said it wasn't immediate, but it was serious. Lifestyle changes. Monitoring. Support. I walked out of that office feeling smaller than I ever had. I sat in my car for a long time before calling Michael. When he answered, I could hear noise in the background. Kids laughing. A TV on. Life happening. I told him about the diagnosis. I waited for concern. For questions. For anything that sounded like he cared. He said, I'm sure you'll be okay. You're strong. That was it. No offer to visit. No, do you need anything? Just reassurance that didn't require him to do anything at all. After we hung up, I realized something painful. I wasn't part of his life anymore. I was a memory he checked in on once in a while. That night, I packed a small box. Old photos. Cards I had saved. Drawings from when the kids were little. I didn't throw them away. I just moved them out of sight. It hurt too much to see proof of a life where I mattered. These days, my house is quiet. Too quiet. I talk to myself sometimes just to hear a voice. I cook smaller meals because leftovers make me sad. I still set 2 mugs on the counter out of habit, then put one back. I don't hate my children. That's the strange part. I still love them deeply. But loving them has become a lonely thing. I've learned that abandonment doesn't always come with anger or cruelty. Sometimes it comes gently, through busy schedules and unanswered calls. Through people meaning to call you back and never doing it. I used to believe that if you loved someone enough, they would feel it and hold on to you. Now I know love doesn't always protect you from being left behind. At my age, you don't dream big anymore. You just hope not to feel like a ghost while you're still alive. Some nights, like tonight, I sit here and speak these words softly, as if someone might be listening. Maybe no one is. But saying it out loud makes it feel real. I was a mother. I was needed. And somehow, without a fight or a goodbye, I became optional. That's a quiet kind of heartbreak. And it stays with you.